sons, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is November 22nd, 2022. It is 2:55 a.m. I just finished edit my last video, which I recorded yesterday, and it took me a while to start a new list for me to share with you. So I have about 21 tweets to share with you, mostly about Elton John farewell tour, and I have some other miscellaneous tweets that I came across. There's a possibility I might have two parts to it, depending on what I say on some of those tweets. You know, I always answered my humble opinion. So let's go on Twitter. Okay, so let's start with this. It's only 27 seconds, and I will stop in between, and I thought it was a good start. I didn't listen to it, all right, just to give you a hint, so I could share my opinion with you. All right, Elton said, quote, "My priority is Harry and Meghan." All right, good morning, America. Sir Elton John canceling concert dates in May to attend Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Okay, let's listen.
Royal wedding news. Sir Elton John announcing he's canceling several concerts in Las Vegas to attend Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding in May.
Just to attend?
Just to.
Oh, that was back in 2018. Oh, I thought that was recent. They were talking about it now because of the concert that he's doing right now. Oh, so that's back in 2018. I didn't see that date. Okay, but let's listen to it anyway, because it refreshed some of the squads. Many of them, there's this comment down here 11 hours ago. All right, so let's listen.
To attend, that's what they're saying. But the singer had been waiting for a nod from the couple to make arrangements, and apparently it came his way. Not a big question. You just asked, will he be performing at the wedding? We're still waiting to see.
That'd be so awesome.
And if they're watching, I just got to say we're all holding May open ourselves as well. Royal wedding
That
news.
was
Sir Elton
interesting.
John.
Okay, let's read some of the recent comments here. It's not that much. And then he said he had surgery when the other ones invited him for an event. That is true. That is true. Then he made a miraculous recovery shortly after. Yes. It's probably in one of my videos. I remember that. Okay, I remember this story. There's the laugh. I'm gonna go in this. There's 4 comments under it. Okay, I remember this story. That was funny. LOL. Yes, yes, that was funny. Yeah, I remember very clearly. It's in one of my videos. All right, yes, yes, that was funny. And you can bet Elton washed his hands off the other ones when they did the Flyby stunt with their henchman case and added to the UK abuse by their racist media enablers. Just as Elton sent his private jet to support Harry and Meghan, Elton was so annoyed he sent this statement. Yeah, I read, for the sake of this video. Okay, I am deeply distressed by today's distorted and malicious account and the press surrounding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex private stay at my home in Nice last week. Prince Harry's mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, was one of my dearest friends. I feel a profound sense of obligation to protect Harry and his family from the unnecessary press intrusion that contributed to Diana's ultimately death. After a hectic year continuing their hard work and dedication to charity, David and I wanted the young family to have a private holiday inside the safety and tranquility of our home. To maintain a high level of much-needed protection, we provided them with a private jet flight to support Prince Harry's commitment to the environment. We ensured their flight was carbon neutral by making the appropriate contribution to carbon footprint. I highly respect and applaud both Harry and Meghan's commitment to charity, and I'm calling on the press to cease these relentless and untrue assassinations on their character that are spuriously crafted on almost daily basis. Okay, there's one comment under it. Elton has cut out the other day they did that Flyby. Okay, the other ones. Okay, back to the original. It was a legendary moment in time. There's the heart. Meghan and Harry looking like sunshine and happiness is so them. All right, there's that. That is so funny. I'm not gonna go in this because this is back in 2018 and there's probably a lot of other things. All right, let's go to the next tweet, which is more recent. So she retweeted that back in 2018. Okay, there's Vanessa again. To me, this moment will always melt my heart. Elton hugging a postpartum Meghan and whispering in her ear that she is doing amazing. This was at the height of the press bullying. I'm sure it meant a lot to her to hear this. Elton is a real heart. Meghan Markle is love. Prince Harry. Yeah, look at them. Because they both were going through so much. You can imagine. They understand. They understand. Okay, the wicked press were particularly vile during this time, and that was such a comforting whisper from Elton. And I remember Beyonce and Pharrell were there too. Poor Meghan went through hell. Yep, the royal family and the press were positively vile. It was so bad. Okay, oh bless Elton. Harry and Meghan are very lucky to have Elton, not Elon, Elton in their life. She corrected Elton. Okay, there's the loving. I agree. He's a wonderful guy. What he's done to Harry and Meghan allowed them to go on holiday, his place flight. So generous, compassionate human beings. Much love. God bless Elton John. Very sweet and memorable connection with Duchess Meghan. Correct. I will always admire Elton for this. Elton John is a true friend and the best way possible. There's the heart. Elton is a dad that Harry and Meghan never had. How do you know what was said? Okay, forget it. I mean, the people who had the opportunity to say something, to put a stop to all the nonsense that was going on in the UK, abusing Harry and Meghan, especially, you know, when you know Harry had risked his life for the country, and all these people who had the ability to say something, they didn't. There's Elton John who came and did his part the best way that he know with his own resources. All right, we will never know if, you know, if the brother then outed him. Okay, this is what Charles, Camille, William, and Kate hate. They hate seeing Harry and Meghan happy. That is true. That is true. Okay, the racist royal family then just unleashed racism. They unleashed a demonic attack against a black woman who is loved by a white prince. Their sins go past the heavens and deeper than the pit of hell. That's a very strong one. Yeah. Okay, that family represents the evil inside many people, and it's on a global scale. That is true. Why? How do you know what he said? Okay. Then Sir Elton followed up by inviting Prince Harry and his beloved wife, Princess Meghan, and their precious baby, King Archie, to his home for some R&R, true friends. Can't wait to see him in concert New Zealand, January 2023. Do you know what he whispered? Okay, whatever. We could just assume. All those body experts who always spill vile, but you don't go and question them. Okay? Anything positive, you have to question it. All right, next tweet. I'm assuming the others weren't included in Elton's montage. People who were there took pictures of some of the montage that were shown at the concert, and other videos, I've shared them with you. Okay, nope. It was the Duke and Duchess, Harry and Meghan, followed by President Biden and Dr. Biden, and then the concert started. Wow. Okay. Now, I did say the first time that I came across the video that showed it, and they cut it right after Harry and Meghan did their part, and then there's a small glimpse of President Biden and Dr. Biden, and I was like, oh, they were there too. Or they mentioned it on the billboard, right on the montage. I mean, okay. There's this. Love their friendship with Elton. Very thankful for Elton and Tyler Perry, along with others who have shown their kindness and grace, and probably many others we probably will never know. Okay, LOL. Okay, it was for the end of the US tour. Best believe they are practicing in the mirror just in case someone calls for the UK tour. Okay, right, okay. Sitting with rage over at the pond. Okay, they weren't at all, but you know, they have those HRH title to hope they make them feel better. Funny, we don't have articles of them being snubbed. Okay, they don't have a relationship with him, just like they don't have any real with the Spencers. Okay, I see they weren't. I love that Elton is paid them thus, just like the Sussexes. But I love it. Okay, there's a laugh. LOL. American tour. Okay, non-TD. Next tweet. Okay, I'm already 11 minutes into that. Next tweet. Okay, Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family was heroic act, and it's about time we start recognizing them for that alongside all the other great work they do. Those who are mad should stay maddy. Okay, if standing up for yourself burns a bridge, I have matches. We write at dawn. Yeah, it was they were going through a lot, and then for them to take that leap, like Harry said, the leap of faith.
You understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. Together, you have given me an education about living, and this role has taught me more about what is right and just than I could ever have imagined. We are taking a leap of faith, so thank you for giving me the courage to take this next step.
To leave all of those stuff that he grew up in, and then to start something completely brand new to him, that's very scary. And I think I've spoke about this before in many other videos, because I guess the only thing that probably will two things actually will ease him a little bit is that he has, when they send him, the firm send him out to do things, they usually send him to the worst part of countries that the others don't want to do. So he has a sense of understanding of the people and cultures. And then the other part here is that he has Meghan, who could, as form of support, they both take the leap together, and then Meghan will help guide him to things that he does not understand. Why do I say that? Because he grew up in the freaking institution. Okay, that palace wall. He doesn't know much about the real life that's going on over there. Like when he said, when he was in the army, where he's talking to other fellow army people, okay, they were explaining to him their everyday issues. So he understands these kind of things. So when they're telling him the stories that you know, many of us probably have gone in a similar way, and then they're talking to him about it. He never experienced things like that. The firm usually make things go away.
Spending 10 years in the military was one. I wouldn't say it changed my outlook on life, but there were certainly experiences that I went through during those 10 years that not only was I surrounded by normal people on a day-to-day basis and being able to share and talk about everyday issues that they were going through, but it was a grounding moment for me as well. You know? But I think my understanding of service and duty became really, really ingrained, or it was given to me by my service in the military. But taking young people from some of the most deprived cities and towns across the UK for the British Armed Forces, and I know it's the rest for the rest of the world as well, but you're taking some people who've had some really, really hard upbringings and hard backgrounds, and you're training them to be ambassadors. You're training them to be fighters, but you're training them to be brothers in arms with each other as well. And I think that's an incredibly powerful tool to be able to do. And I have a huge amount of respect for anybody, whatever their background is, to be able to serve your country like that. I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people. When you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who at some point in their life have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age.
For them, without them trying anything. So that's what I mean by that. Okay, let me read some of the comments. Oh, that was the only one. Okay, there's no problem there because they are getting the acknowledgement for all that they do. It's the derangers that can't handle that. They're on top of their game, and no one in small villas can step to Harry and Meghan and make the same positive changes for others that they do so well. That's yeah, like Harry have said and Meghan have said also, they're passionate about it.
I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people, and we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about.
I am excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella.
So for them, it's not really work because they enjoy doing it, but the others, they really forcing them to do the work, so it becomes work. They're not really passionate about it. And I've told you, it's not like I know everything. I just don't see myself doing this every day. But there's me making those videos for you guys. Obviously, there's a passion there. Otherwise, I would not be doing it. Okay, next tweet. Meghan has been someone with a voice since was 11 years old. She should have helped the British royal family up their game, but those people were too intimidated and too insecure to see that. Yeah, like one of the videos that I have where this white lady was saying something, how insecure many white women are when they see black women, you know, doing their thing, surviving. Okay, so they see a fear in that. But yet, we are surviving upon the stupidity they're inflicting on us. You know? Alright, let's read this. They put scaring themselves of their own fear. It's not us who's doing anything to them. We're minding our own business, but them thinking, overthinking things, scaring themselves out. Alright, Meghan was invited to Elton John's AIDS Foundation Gala in 2014. She was an activist, usually involved in causes she believed in. She didn't need to marry a prince to do causes, unlike others who marry into the family. Prince Harry is the lucky one. He only said that. What was the other one? Something Kelly, Meghan Kelly.
If only I had known that the royal family was into divorced Americans. I would have tried harder earlier in my career. I would have tried harder earlier in my career.
But said that if she knew the royals were into divorcee, she would have, you know, I did a video about it. So this is a thread. How much? Okay, let me read this and then I'll go into that. See what some people said. Okay, at 10 actually, our fave always had in mind of her own. So this is the thing about her activism. Shall I do it? It's 2 minutes. I will have to stop in between.
Meghan started to develop her political voice at an astonishingly young age. Now in a television first, former teacher Elise Fay remembers.
And the thing is that many of those, derangers always undermine the success, the things that Meghan were doing since she was a little girl. But can you imagine if it was the other one? They're, the Karens over there. Can you imagine how much they will pop this up?
So this is the Little Red Schoolhouse, also known as Hollywood Schoolhouse, where Meghan spent her time from ages 2 to 13. Let's go inside. School was important to her, learning was important, and she had a voice.
And in 1991, that voice was heard. We have recently unearthed footage of Meghan's very first political protest, aged just 10.
Anti-war protests in this country are growing. Thousands of demonstrators gathered outside the White House last night protesting the moves toward possible war.
What happened was her friend was upset.
One of her fellow pupils, a little boy, burst into tears.
And there's these rats who knows the truth, but they don't come out when it's necessary to tell the truth. Instead, they stay in line with the nonsense that they're spewing. They know the truth.
It's because his elder brother was due to go to the Gulf, due to fight against Iraq, and his brother thought that he was going to die.
In order to support him, she held a protest, a Gulf War protest here at the school.
Meghan carried a sign that said,
Again, no one really pushed her to do that. The derangers undermining this.
Peace and harmony for all the world, and that could be a motto that she could use today.
Younger children who may not fully understand what is at stake marched and sang nonetheless, saying, "War hurts everyone."
And as this extraordinary footage shows, even a 10-year-old Meghan found herself front and center at the protest.
She was 10.
I know many of you are pissed. I don't care. As I'm watching some of these clips here, the thing that crossed my mind is like to where she is now. It's like God, the light, was following her through or putting the path for her. So many of the things that she was doing as a young age, there was videos to capture the moment for a moment like this now. I don't know if I'm making sense. For people who will undermine her, who say, look, there she is at 10 years old. She didn't need a title to do any of these protests or any type of work that she's doing now, that the royal family feel like is because of a damn title that allow her to do this. I don't know the nonsense that goes into these people's head.
She was 10 when she protested the Gulf War. I would say that she had a strong sense of self already.
She was one of those children that would stand up for the underdog. She would stand up for what she believed in, and she was a leader amongst her friends, her peer group.
You have to be confident to stand up for yourself, much less stand up for other people.
That reminds me also of the letter she gave to one of her classmates, which she kept still now, to make her feel welcome and to be proud of herself. All right, so let's go into this. This is a thread. How long is that thread? I read that already. She was a co-chair, if I remember correctly, and the marry into the family and do nothing with their made-up cause by throwing money at them instead of also putting in actual work. Okay, so Elton John, that's in different language. Okay, so that was it with this. Let me go to the next tweet. I mean, the royal family, the thing that they're saying about the charities that they do is just a front. Alright, so this is someone who was at the concert, one of the concerts, and took a picture of some of the montage that was shown during the concert. Okay, visual of Princess Diana and Harry and Meghan during border song. Okay, wow. This is a true friend. Wow, wow, wow. This is huge as well for all those people who were at that concert. And then to be reminded of the thing that we're seeing the picture, all right, of Princess Diana back, in the 90s doing her charitable work. Okay, people who remember some of the things she was doing and things that she was going through, And then to put it juxtaposed to Harry and Meghan, there's this. I shared this in another video. Someone who was somewhere on the other side over here somewhere took a picture of it as well. And then to juxtapose Harry and Meghan with Princess Diana, and to know the things that they are going through right now, or well, they left that behind, will make people think again. You know, I hope I make sense with that. All right, there's the heart and the loving eye. All right, next tweet. There's no more comment. I just thought I'd share that with you because of the pictures. Next tweet. Okay, when Meghan Markle was pregnant, the leaks from Kensington Palace and the attacks by the press got so bad she was suicidal. After Archie was born, Elton John offered them his home for some peace. Prince William and Simon Case leaked this and then set up a stunt to turn up the hate. Okay, so that's how, I mean, there's a lot of things I forgot. That's how it came out. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that is true. All right, let's go into this. Okay, I am deeply distressed by today's distorted and malicious account in the press surrounding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex private stay at my home in Nice last week. Yeah, because if it wasn't that, I don't think nobody will know. So they leaked the information out, and then yeah, so they have to Elton John had to comment on it. Otherwise, nobody will know. Okay, The Spectator. Boris Newman and Number 10 was behind Will and Kate budget flight to Balmoral when Harry and Meghan were criticized for flying by private jet, says Camilla Tomney. The Scotsman. Jet flew empty. This one I remember very well. Jets flew empty for 500 miles to pick up royals for Aberdeen visit. 2 empty jets were flown on behalf of Flybe, some 500 miles, as part of taking the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and their children to Aberdeen on Thursday, the Scotsman has learned. Oh my God. Okay, aircrafty. Airline buses flew empty aircraft 123 miles to Norfolk to pick up Prince William and Kate because they wanted Flybe branding shown off for royal publicity stunt. Oh, Lord. Flybe buses have been accused of flying an empty plane 123 miles to Norfolk to pick up William and Kate because they wanted their logo on the royal journey. Oh, God. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and their children were praised after they were pictured taking an economic flight to Scotland in the wake of a war over Harry and Meghan's use of private jet. I don't know, the stupidity in those people's brain. Okay, do you know how sick you have to be to drag your children to a cheap flight so that you can pile on hate to your brother and his month-old baby? This, I don't know, I can't wrap my head around their nonsense. Okay, anyway, Flybe went bankrupt and another classic Sussex squad tag was born. The plane was empty, and then there's the tag. What's this? Yeah. And I think we were talking about how they're carrying the bag. I think when the first time I came across it. Okay, there's this. You guys could read it. All right. And I was like, their bags look empty, because if you're carrying that huge bag and then your elbow is bent like that, it's not heavy. A truly sick duo, early child expert, my left arse. Okay. When that happened, it finally clicked for me that William and Kate were behind it all. Okay, what kind of a brother is that? That's not a brother, in my opinion. Okay, but this was much worse. The scandal over Harry and Meghan flight was a 2 weeks front page with insult directed at Meghan and Harry being spared to protect Andrew to lift up Will when he knew Mom and Harry were vulnerable. William and Kate added more fuel to the fire while friends tried to defend Harry and Meghan. This is crazy, pure crazy. And I think those kind of things, when people's eyes have opened to see who was truly behind it, and I think they you know, many of them have picked a side. All right, there's this here. This is sick, truly sick. And there's that. Oh my Lord. Distress, Elton, why I pull. Okay, what is that? For Harry and Meghan's private jet. Okay. All right, that's why Jessica Maroney will always have my respect. Oh, at that time, I remember they were trying to pin Jessica Maroney against Meghan. That's when I first started coming into the picture. And go back to some of those old videos, because I didn't know her very well, and I still don't know her very well. And I was like, there's no way for someone to be friends with them for that long and for this nonsense to be happening. I never really pictured her to be on the negative side of Meghan. Yeah, that's why Jessica Maroney will always have my respect, and I know those Canadian cloud chasers plotted against her with the press. Yeah, yep, yeah. And I think either she had lost her job or she quit her job or something, because the thing was so much. And I remember very well where I was. It was when I first started going camping, and I was reading stuff, and I was like, nah, there's no way. And I was starting to bookmark stuff for me to, when I come back home, to share on my podcast. All right, I read that. And royal reporters have repeatedly said that they will absolutely not feature my picture of the Cambridge kids in tabloid unless expressly authorized but Kensington Palace. So there is little to no doubt about this being an arranged photo op by the Palace PR. Of course. All right, there's a rolling eye. Not even Elton John is off limit. Broken heart. This was when Madame Early Childhood and Mr. Eco flew an empty commercial plane over hundreds of miles so they could look good at the expense of a new mom who was having Meghan and Harry struggles and despair, who were being unfairly attacked in the media to distract from Prince Andrew. Look at this. Now, a couple years later, the things still come out. Instead of confronting their nonsense, but they rather put bandage while using someone else for distraction. All right, that was the first time I realized that Willie Leaks really was Kane. Okay, was really Kane. Really was Kane. That was the first time I realized that Willie Leaks really was Kane. No way she was suicidal. All right, if you don't want to think so, that's fine. All right, because not too many people could handle this. All right, not too many people can handle the barrage of nonsense. Next tweet. Okay. It's time for the royal family to wake up and see their missteps and inherit racism. One has to look no further than Prince William and Kate Middleton's very misguided Caribbean tour to see that must lead in much a different way. Alright, so there's an article. I'm not gonna read it. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's human rights honor from the Kennedy family. King Charles III has a lot of work to do. Okay, I don't think he's willing to work. What is it? There's a tweet that came out. I don't have it on. I didn't bookmark it to share with you. King Philip from Spain was in his. He welcomed him at whatever palace that is. Okay, no, they can continue sleeping. 100%, no lies here. Even this article misses out the fact the award is being given for their humanitarian work. This piece from Kerry Kennedy, written weeks after the award was announced, although true, is giving the press a free rein to mock, ridicule, and claim that is all the award is for. Okay, let's see here. That's a different language. Okay, I'm with you. There's that. Different language. William and Kate do not have the capacity to change. Yeah. They rather stay in their comfortable spot, but whatever. Okay, the article starts with fallacy. They were never on the receiving end of racist comment from the family. I'll skip the rest, thank you. Alright, there's this. Notice the vague accusation of racism came after Harry and Meghan were told no to half and half out, and Charles stopped bankrolling them. Nobody would want to be part of an organization that apparently had concern about the color of their unborn child's skin. Nobody. And the other thing is, when you look at the amount of work Harry has done for the firm, okay, when he was a working royal, if he was being paid, let's say per whatever or per hour or whatever, can you imagine how much money he will get from the firm? But instead, they do their thing, whatever, whoever's in control of whatever the taxpayers give them, and Harry probably don't even spend that much, maybe once in a while when he go partying and do his things, and that's about it. But if you really think about it, the amount of work he did in comparison to the others, he should have been a rich man on his own from that. Disregard what his mother had left for him, all of that. Okay, the amount of time he put as a working boy, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, Skull and Bone don't want to be around other white people. They're both disgusted about others and only use brown people for PR. It will never be authentic. The monarchy is an exclusive white institution with colonial history. Harry and Diana were the only exception. Okay, very true, but we all know that racism and bigotry are the worst disease that has no cure unless someone has the will to be cured. That's a very good point. That is true. Alright, it's almost like that video with that lady again I'm making reference, where she's saying that you know, I think she's from the South in Georgia and she rather stay in her little bubble, and I'm like, you need to get out of the bubble, experience other cultures, see how they work. But in their head, you know, they have that fear of other cultures, but they're not willing to change. So it starts with them. But I give her props though, because she recognized there is a problem. Now the next step is, what are you gonna do about it? Are you willing to change? Next tweet, mood. Standing the Sussex's warm closeness, Prince Harry will create every excuse to stay close to his wife. Okay, there's a music behind it. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm just gonna go through it really quick because I don't want to waste too much time. Okay, this is okay. Okay, I have to mute it at some point because the music will be copyrighted. Okay, stunning, thank you. William and Kate can never replicate the natural affection between Harry and Meghan. William is too self-centered, where Harry is extremely protective of Meghan. Love this, thank you. Lovely combination of their life being expressed. However, the hug on the bridge or lift isn't Meghan. This was the Australian tour and Meghan was resting that day. I'm so glad Prince Harry found his person. He's clearly happy, they both are. And don't we all want that for Princess Diana's son? Okay, great job, love it, beautiful. Alright, let's go. This looks like the last one I have in terms of Elton John kind of thing. Even though the last one that I just did is not about Elton John. Okay, getting a small glimpse of Harry and Meghan makes me realize how little we actually see them and how badly I miss them. That's my one. Okay, after seeing that video this morning, I spent a few hours wondering what time Oshtype will drop and checking Spotify until I realized, okay, until you realize that it's Monday and not Tuesday. I feel you. You're right. The pondering of things. Can't wait for the podcast. There's a GIF for everything. I hear you. Different language. There's a heart. Trap Magnon. I know, me too. Yet the British media will make it out like they are everywhere. We rarely see them. They are still not happy. Seem their merely existence triggered them. Oh well. Sam, I miss them too. Yes, Sam, it's my only regret about them not being working worlds, but I can live with that, knowing they are safe and away from toxic woe. But the Daily Mail will have you thinking they are out every day of the week. Okay, thank God. Alright, that should read thank God because the spelling police start. I already knew that was thank God. A small glimpse. They are always on the news, but never for anything significant. I can't wait for the book and Netflix series to come out, because after that they will have run out of ammunition and fade into a well-deserted obscurity. Get a grip. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Now I have okay, maybe I should I'm here with miscellaneous, okay, miscellaneous things. Alright, Myra, you know what, let me switch these over. I'm making some switches. Alright, so okay, I'm back with Elton John again. This is Myra. There were some tweets that was going on where they were saying Myra is something. Okay, next tweet. They're so thirsty, otherwise they won't be so obsessed with us and our faves. Sussex Princess, aka Meghan. Alright, many of us went on a blacking spree the other day. All right, Myra has just tweeted a video of the hackers wishing Elton John a successful farewell tour. I can't see this video anywhere else online. Has anyone seen it? Because we blacked them so they can't see some of the things the squad are posting. All right, there's the laugh. Come on. Okay, we did well. The other day I went on a blacking spree. They can't blame us trying to harass their mediocre couple. Squaddies did well. Yeah, we don't even want them in our space, but we went on a blacking spree. Clearly a sign they're blacked by a lot of people, since it's all over my timeline. Yep, I've shared so many tweets with you about Harry and Meghan wishing Elton John good luck. Okay, I can't look left, right, up or down and not see Meghan and Harry video on my great pleasure. The squad has truly blacked these derangers. Yep. Okay, derangers always thirsty for our fave. There's that. You see how annoying they are? They even tweeting about things from us, from the squad, that they don't see. Okay, and then yet they're saying we don't want who's, you know, saying nonsense about this. This is how we don't want them to be in our space, and we don't need to be in their space. All right, the squad went and took screenshot of their nonsense. All right, next tweet. Okay, there's another video of this. It was all over my timeline. Thank you for being the friend you were to my mom. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for being a friend to our kids. We love you and congratulations on an incredible career. Prince Harry and Meghan's message to Elton John on his farewell tour. All right, I've shared this before, but for the sake of this video, I'll share it again. And
Hi Elton.
Hi Elton.
We just wanted to say congratulations.
if you don't see it, that's because I probably get flagged for it.
Congratulations.
And that we are just so proud of you. We're so grateful that we were able to see you on your farewell tour also.
And thank you for entertaining everybody for so many decades. Thank you for being the friend that you were for my mum. Thank you for being our friend. Thank you for being friends to our kids. And thank you for entertaining people right around the world. Even though this is officially your retirement, this will not be your last gig. We know that.
Look at the smirk on Meghan's face. She's glowing.
But we love you and congratulations on an incredible career.
I love that. I love the putting the head over his shoulder. Okay, we've had this before. There's that. Yep. This is the space for it. Right there. This is reserved for Meghan only. That left shoulder. Okay. New teeth. Oh, God. All right. And what's wrong with that? Better oral hygiene, better than health. Get over it. See, they want to be in our stuff to say nonsense. And I like the way the squad take their nonsense and turn it into a positive. How do they call it? The comebackery. Okay, that's so lovely. Love this so much. Don't they look happy? The way they just melt into each other melts my heart. Look at the GIF. Someone come slap the smile off my face. They just make me so happy. Okay, hating on these two must be hard work. I can't imagine being anything but loving to them both. I love being a stand to two amazing people. Is it me, or has Prince Harry gotten even finer since marrying Meghan? He's definitely finer. I'm so happy for them. Okay, both of them are so at peace. Meghan is literally glowing and beautiful. Yep, that little smile from beginning till end. Okay, she needs to go into skincare product. It will definitely be a bestseller. All right, there's the loving eye. There's the love they're sending, the love and devotion when they look at each other. Okay, they look so happy. Thanks for sharing my faves. That's the heart. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now this is the part for podcast. I see here I put a note, podcast. Okay, there it is here. Attention squad and the Rangers. Karen McMumbles has a special announcement. Quote, Archetype with Princess Meghan will air another amazing episode tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in. The squad have time. The squad have time. That's a good Photoshop. That's a very good Photoshop with the perspective of it. Alright, 1 point perspective. Alright, there's this, laughing my ass off with the shade, mirror, mirror on the wall. It's not fair that Meghan is best of all. Thanks for pointing, Karen. Yep, it's a big word, but sound it out, archetypes. Now mumble along with me, but be sure to watch our drop tomorrow morning. Even you might learn something. Sorry, not pics to color though. Karen McMumbles is working overtime copying Meghan outfits. There's the thumbs up and the laugh. This is so good. The squad are just laughing. Just laughing. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Now I have here, I think I'm done with Elton John. Here I have misinformation, and I think I did post a screenshot on my community board. Alright, I didn't listen to it. I specifically left it for this video. Okay, this level of misinformation should be illegal. Watch the racist in action as he lies again in regard to the reason the award is being given. Okay, the morning show. So that was 2 days ago. What have they actually done? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are to be honored for their heroic stance against structural racism, and the royal family and showbiz guru, okay, whoever that person is ensured that accepting the award will improve their standing with the monarchy. What the hell? But however, for them leaving and for standing up for what was right and the work that they've done. Okay, but let's listen. 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Said to be Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are said to be honoured by a human rights foundation, yeah?
Yeah, so this is the Ripple of Hope Award being given out in 2 weeks' time in New York. It's done by Robert Kennedy's family. A lady called Kerry Kennedy, his daughter, runs this. It's a human rights organisation stroke charity, and they have honoured incredible people in the past. Now this year, one of those honorees on the night is Harry and Meghan, or are Harry and Meghan.
Okay, so Harry and Meghan are in a good path with some incredible people. They never want to give them credit for anything anyway.
And people are saying why. Now, Kerry has said that this is being done for their heroic stance. Heroic is the word she used. Heroic stance against structural racism within the royal family. And that's why they're getting it. So, you know, let's be blunt about this. They are now going up to collect awards for attacking their own family.
What?
You know, the
attacking their own family? When has Harry ever attacked his own family? Standing for himself and leaving the institution to protect his family is attacking the family? Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
So it actually says we're in the family.
Yes, attacking structural racism within the royal family. That's what Kerry Kennedy has said they're getting this award for.
Do they have to accept the award? Because
they are going to get on stage and accept the award. This is the same.
Okay, I need to pull out that screenshot of what she said. I've said it, I've read it in other videos. I need to put it as this is playing.
Family who they were scratching at the door like cats to get to the Queen's deathbed. So it's once again we come back to this thing where they want to...
What the hell? They didn't inform him when the Queen passed. Oh my! Some of you go back to some of my old videos. What happened during the Queen's death? They didn't even inform him. Oh my God, these people...
Both ways. Now, whether Kerry Kennedy has spoken inappropriately, I guess we'll have to see if she corrects herself. She's had 24 hours and she hasn't done that. But even members of the Kennedy family are saying, I don't know why they're getting it. I mean, they are great at putting out press releases and they're great with the gunner. You know, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But what have they actually done?
Wow.
Really, what have they actually done? But anyway, 2 weeks' time...
Wow. People are truly blind. And they're actually showing some of the things that they're actually doing. And people are supposed to forget all of this work during the pandemic when majority of people were afraid to go out. But there they were, feeding people with, you know, where their health was very vulnerable. And they were more than happy to go and bring them the food.
See what they have to say for themselves. And you know what? You know, fighting racism is not putting out an untested claim on Oprah Winfrey, you know, where you're not even willing to name the person. That seems to be the extent of challenging racism within the royal family. But we shall return to that story.
Oh, wow. Gee, I missed this show when I'm away.
Whoever said it, they said it. All right? And I don't think Harry and Meghan will come out and say something like that if it didn't happen.
Thanks, Pete. It's glad to be back. Oh, yeah. It's the one thing I miss when I'm away for a few days.
Nice, it's different.
Oh, Lord, my God. Let's see. The global community has eyes, ears, and know why Harry and Meghan receiving the award and are deserving of it. The haters can stop it from being given, so don't worry. Don't work yourself up. Harry and Meghan keep winning. Yeah, of course. Murdoch's hacks, no surprise. Okay, let them cry. Who cares? He then expect them to start telling truth about Harry and Meghan. Who cares? Okay, oh dear, cry is a river. There's a laugh. I'm not sure if it's only me, but sense of guilty, uneasiness, and envy and that tone. If they positively follow Harry and Meghan, they will see the good they do. Continued criticism of Harry and Meghan is making people behave. There's a rolling eye. Of course, they never want Harry and Meghan to be successful people. No surprise, we can only ignore them. Jealous. Of course. Can you imagine if it was the other one? The same Australia TV channel whose female white anchor woman called Meghan a wanker? Nasty, nasty people. Baggage for God, that's all. Baggage for God. This is Australia channel. So I came across this video and I thought I'd share it with you.
This woman existed. All the alarm bells rang at Buckingham Palace, and I could almost hear them saying, "Pull the shutters down. It's an invasion."
So he's making reference of Harry marrying Meghan. It's an invasion.
She's mixed race, she's American, she's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. No member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked when it came to Harry's bride.
Seems like all those mouthpieces seems to forget what they said before the narrative changed.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep.
The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it.
But the media is a powerful force.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep. I can hear Diana laughing now.
Harry has said that this is being done for their heroic stance. Heroic is the word she used. Heroic stance against structural racism within the royal family. And that's why they're getting it.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race.
Harry has said that this is being done for their heroic stance. Heroic is the word she used. Heroic stance against structural racism within the royal family. And that's why they're getting it.
It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
This woman existed. All the alarm bells rang.
Harry has said that this is being done for their heroic stance. Heroic is the word she used. Heroic stance against structural racism within the royal family.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
When racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in, was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day.
Harry has said that this is being done for their heroic stance. Heroic is the word she used. Heroic stance against structural racism within the royal family. And that's why they're getting it.
As well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
But it is nice to know that kids that young have an appreciation and understanding greater than some of the people who have been on this planet for 60, 70 years. I think without question, I mean, I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. Because of the work that we end up doing, you can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. But as I said just now, the younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist because they are the best connected, the most passionate generation that I think that we've ever had. And what we need to do is be able to create a platform so that they can be heard, because they have the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems.
This is sick. I don't even need to go in there. Like what some of the comments said, people have eyes and ears. Even on the footage that they were showing, you know, the simple act of going to people with their immune system is weak. They're going to feed them, bringing them food. That's one of those things. All right, next week.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.